Good day, guys. Being here. Today we're going to try this one. Okay, so this will be the result. So it's a parametric family. Okay, so and you can change the angle on here, right? And you can change the radius is the overall size, right? And you can also change the where is it? Okay, so these are the two parameter. Okay, so this will be change the height relative to the width. What's this number? Okay, so this one's for the height in the middle, in the internal height. Okay, so you can make it lower, make it higher, right? Okay, so let's do this. So close this one. Oh, I think I forgot to save. Anyway, so we will do it again. Okay, so we're gonna start. So it can be an adaptive family, but because we're not going to make it, we don't need to use adaptive points. So maybe let's just use conceptual mass instead. So okay, so first, so this shape we will need to have 1, 2, 3 points, okay, and then they need to be placed properly. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a reference line, draw a circle, you draw on work plan, set work plan. So currently the placement plans on level 1, which is correct. So we're not going to set we don't need to set work plan. So just place a reference line, a circle on this level 1. Okay, so then we can add a radius. So let's create a parameter. So this radius will be used to control the overall the width of this family. Okay, and then select this reference line, use divided path. Okay, and then here, so instead of 6, we only need 3 points. Okay, so type 3. Now these are the 1, 2, 3 points we need to place all these 3 what do we call that, 3 fate. Okay, and then we will need to, so because yeah, I couldn't figure out how to create this as one piece. So the idea is to create this one as 3 pieces. So one, if we look from the top, it will be 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so for each one, so we will need to have a we'll need to use adaptive family, so we can be easily placed onto these points. Okay, so let's start another generic model, adaptive. So in this one, so we can just place just roughly 1, 2, 3 points, and then make them adaptive. Okay, and then we need to connect 1 and 2 and use a spline through points and make it reference line. So now we can place a point, use draw on face and onto the midpoint of this reference line, and then we just place another point, use draw on work plan, set work plan, and pick the horizontal work plan of this point and place onto the point. Click OK, select this point. So probably we want a positive number, so let's just select this point and just change 1 to 180 degree, rotate this point by 180 degree. So we have this one. For this one, we will use this offset as a height, so this point will be at this point. Okay, So now let's create a parameter. So let's call it h instance, OK, and OK, and then select. So these two adaptive points together with this point create a spline through points. So now we have this edge. Okay, oops, we have this edge. So this line is this line, and then we can just make it a reference line. Okay, so I think yeah, this is not really matter. Doesn't really matter because we can always 190 or that way, maybe 170. So as long as you know how it will work. So yeah, that's fine. So let's just create a parameter, and let's call this A for angle instance, and OK, and OK. So now we can control this. So then because we are going to place this one in here, right, in here, so eventually will be 1 point, 2 point, and the third point will be here, and then we don't want extra bit here and here, right? So we need to cut this adaptive family. So we will need to select this 1 and 3, create a spline, make a reference line, connect 2 and 3, and reference line. So eventually we will cut anything on this side of these two reference line, and only leave this bit. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let me think. So okay, so we need to create that shape. So we can't create use this, right? So it won't work. So what we need is another reference line around here. Okay, so in order to do that, I think we need to place some point here, draw face, and place onto this, and then place another point, draw on work plane, set work plane, and pick the vertical work plane on this point, place it on here, and then select this point. Okay, so we probably want a positive again, so let's rotate this one by 180 degree. So, and then just offset to here, and then we're going to control select this point and this point, and CC, and select this point, so I can see this point will follow this one, right? So pick new holes, place on here. So now if we select, drag this one to this end, and drag this one to this end, and select these two, create a spline through points, make a reference line, we will be able to create a shape. So using this reference line and this reference line, create this. Okay, so this is close to what we want. And then let's just HH this one, and then so we just need to connect these two and connect these 2 points and make them reference line, and then use these two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to create a void form. Okay, and then we type HR to bring back the solid. We can just use cut geometry this. Okay, don't worry. So this happens sometimes. So just need to, I think for this one we just need to make sure this cut the whole thing, just typing a number, and I think this should work. Okay, this one, yeah. Now you can see if we look from the top, this is what we need. Okay, so now we are going to add some extra number parameter to control this shape. So this is the height. Okay, all good. And then we need something to control the height at this point. So currently, in order to do that, so we're going to add a parameter for this offset. So because if we, so let's try. So if we move these 2 points away, oh sorry, maybe let's just add a parameter for this one. So if I add a parameter, so let's call this one, what do we call this? Offset. Okay, instance, and okay, and okay. So if I increase this one, so the further it goes, the higher this point become. Okay, so let's select this point. Oh, sorry, select this point as well. So just link the same offset. So now if I move this one, it will also move the other one, and you will see this will control the height at this point. Okay, so and also this need to be controlled by, because we want this height also to be adjusted relative to the size of this one, so the distance between the point, what's this point? Sorry, what's this point? Point 1 and 2, right? So when we change the size of this, so it won't change the shape. Okay, so we need to give a formula to the offset, so relative to the distance between point 1 and 2. So now let's add a reporting parameter. So everything will link back to the reporting parameter. Okay, so set world plan. First pick the reference plane on this reference line, and di dimension. Make sure you pick the dot, the adaptive point, the big dot. Okay, and then this, let's create a reporting parameter. So this will this will be used for all the formulas we will have. So now let me think. So height is okay. Height will be controlled by, or actually we can also just give a formula to this height. So we will say, okay, so it's yeah, we can, when we change the size, the overall shape will stay the same. So let's do this. We're going to height. Let's add a, so maybe just, I'll call it n number for height. So nh. Okay, so instance, and change this one to number. Okay, so number, and so maybe for now I'm going to, because the reporting parameter is currently about 6.6 and the height is roughly half, so maybe I'll just type in 0.5, something like that. Okay, and then in the h, I'm just going to use a reporting times nh. So this will can be used, the formula only if this dimension reference. Okay, so it looks like when we do the dimension, we something's not right. I'll just Control X, click OK. So just make sure. So I'll select this adaptive point, and select this dimension, type HI. Okay, so you can see the dimension disappear. It means it's being placed onto something else other than these two adaptive points. So that's fine. Type HR, bring it back. Just drag this point back onto the adaptive point, and drag this point back onto adaptive point. So now let's try again. So 1, 2, 3, type HI. Still looks like something's not quite right. So maybe do this. Maybe let's do this. I'll delete this one. So this time I'll select these two adaptive points, type HI, and then type DI dimension. So there's nothing else. Alright, so okay. So you can see currently the world plan is set onto something else. We need to bring everything back. Set world plan, tab, click, okay, and then select, and Control Select, type HI and DI dimension, and pick the point, and then use the reporting parameter. So this time it should work. Okay, so type HR. So this is how you can, try to hide, just isolate these 2 points, adaptive point and the dimension, so to make sure this reporting parameter is being placed onto the adaptive points. not anything else. So go back to family types. So for the H, I'm going to just Control V because previously I pressed Control X. So this is the formula. So reporting parameter times the number for H. So apply. That's all. So now if I drag this, so you'll see when I change the distance between point 1 and 2, the shape of this one, the height will change accordingly. So to keep the shape of this curve, right? So if I change this one to 0.7, for example, it will go a little bit higher, right? But when you change the relationship between 1.1 and 2, so this curve stay the same. Okay, so not stay the same scale, same shape, but different size, right? And also now we want this point to do the same. So which means when we change point 1 and 2, and also so currently you will see it's changing depending on, because the offset of this point is not changing when we change the reporting parameter. So we're just going to go back to family types and add another number. So this time I'll use number for offset, okay? And same, change this one to number instance, okay? So currently it's let's have a look. Offset is pretty much double of this. Oh, hang on. Pretty much like 1.2, 1.3. So maybe I'll just type 1.5, okay? And then go here, offset equals reporting times and number for offset, okay? So this will give us an offset. So now if I change the distance between point 1 and 2, so you will see it will also change the offset of that. Oh, hang on, looks like it's still changing the. Okay, so that's fine. So the reason why it's still changing the height at this point is because a 0.3 is also a reporting parameter. Okay, it's also a reporting. It's also adaptive points. It's also adapting points. And then when we change the distance, it changes the actual 0.3. But if we place this one into this circle into on when the 0.3 is being placed in the middle, so the relationship will always stay the same, which means the shape of this one will always stay the same. Okay, so I think what else? I think that's okay. I think let's just load this one into here. So to place 1, 2, and the third one's here. Is this right? Okay, upside down, and also looks like the void is not deep enough, so that's fine. For upside down we can just flip, and for the void we just need to go back here, just make sure, because this one relative to the size in here too small, so all these dimensions are too the void, the depth of the too small. So maybe we can also maybe we can just link the height to it, because imagine if you go to the same height as this point, it should be enough, right? So let's do this. We're going to use height and height as well. Oh, height is there. Anyway, so hang on, this one's wrong. Which one did I use? Offset. Okay, sorry, wrong one. That's better. Okay, so now let's load this one in here, override. That's better. So now you can see it will cut. Let's go to the top. See, it will cut from here. So only leave this bit, and then we can change the number for the scale. So for example 0.5, So this will reduce the height relative to the size. And if I change the size, and then you will see it stays on Control Z, Control Z, Control Y, Control Y, Control Z, Control Y. See the shape is the same, but just the different size. Okay, so current is 170, so this one's fine. 160 if you want, go a little bit further. Yeah, if you want to go that way, so 190, right? Okay, so let's go 165. And also to change this point, so current is the number for offset is 1.5. If I increase, it will go up, right? If I reduce, it will go down. So let's just put it back 1.5, and then let's place the other two. Okay, so when I place other two, usually I'd always hide just HH to hide this one. So make sure I'm not placing onto that one. So I just want to place onto the nodes on this divided path. So not sure about this one yet. HH create component 1 and 2 and 3. Now let's have a look. HR. Okay, so this is happening because we they are instance parameter, so they can have different numbers. So you can see when we place these two, they're using the default parameters numbers, and this one we changed, so they're different. So that's fine. So we can select all of them and create parameters for these, because eventually we will place this one into a project. So we just want one parameter for all these three. So same angle, I'll just use, and also I'll use instance, because we can have different size, different shape. That's an angle, and also here it's a number for height. So I'll just call it number for height as well. And also sometimes it's easier, so you can see the default group for number is other, and it will go down here, and then you need to go up and down to change them. So it's easier. You can also change. So for example, change this one to dimension instead of other, and then so it will go together when we load this one into a project. It's easier to control. Okay, same number for offset, number offset, and instance as well. Change this one. I'll change this one to a dimension as well. And okay, and okay. So now this, I think this is it. And if you want to just use the, this geometry, this surface in your project, you can also create parameter for the material. So you just need to go back here and create a material parameter. But I'm not going to do this because we can also place roof by face onto them. So we can not only we can have material, we can also have thickness. So it's easier way of to do that, right? So okay, so now this, I think this is it. Now let's have a test. So I'm going to create a new project. Okay, so maybe I won't use any template, just a very minimum project. So now go back and load this one into a project and just place it here. Escape, go to 3D view. So this is it. I'll change it to shade SD. So you'll see this is it. Now let's have a test. So you can see all the parameters are here. So together it's easier to control, right? So if 160, and also because all of these parameters are instance parameter, so you can copy, and you can have different for each one. So you can have 160 here. You can have relative higher, right? You can have smaller. So if you can just smaller, you can have offset, so higher internal height, and you can maybe 190, something like that. So do, you know, just change all the parameters because they are all instance parameter. Okay, so now let's just place, once you're happy with these, right? So because there's no thickness to this, you know, surface. So, and you can go add some roof by face. So for example, you can roof by face, you can pick roof, pick this, create a roof, pick this, create a roof, pick this, create a roof, pick this, create roof, right? So now you have some thickness to them, so it's more realistic. And also you can, you know, change this one. So maybe I want to make it lower, and okay, so let's just select the roof and update, right? So now you can hide, you can either hide them or just go VV and turn off the masking. Okay, so it's here, turn off the mask. Oh hell. Not mask. Oh, it's a generic model. So sorry. Yeah, you can just go VV, go to generic model, turn it off. So it's all hidden, and you still have this roof, right? So you can also have, if you want some patterns. So currently they are graying because the default in object style on the roof category, so the default roof material is a green color material. So this is why, although we don't have any material on these roofs, they're still showing green. Okay, so what you can do is you can change this. You can change this to a different material, or you can just give a material. So in here, so let's just add a material. So let's say roof, and you can, you know, give it some pattern. For example, you can there's no, that's fine, let's create one. Okay, so I'll just type 0 horizontal, 100. Yeah, all good. So let's say 100 H horizontal. Okay, 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 and okay. So and okay. So now we have some, you know, pattern, right? Is that right? This direction. Let's have a look. Maybe rotate it by 90 degrees. So let's go to material again. So here, so I'll just duplicate this time 100V, type 90 degree. Okay, okay, okay. That's it. Okay. So yeah, and you, of course, you can also change like thickness of the roof. So these are the roof, right, created from that generic model. So if I type VV to bring that generic model back, we can still adjust, right? So you can still try to select it. Hang on, it's a bit tricky to let's. Hang on, where is it? How do I select it? Tab. I don't want to select the individual, you know, triangular shape. I want to select the whole thing, but it won't allow me. It's already selected. Okay. Here, something's not right. How about, yeah, SAVV? Oh, sorry, HH. It won't let me select this one. It's okay. I think it's probably because I turn off the mask here. Yes, okay. So yeah, this can be a little bit confusing because, you know, when we create a conceptual mask, yes, it's a mask, but individual one. So if I HH, so you can see we can select this one because it's an adaptive family inside of this conceptual mask. Net adaptive family is, it's actually a generic model. Okay, so Yeah, all good, all good. So I think this is it. It's quite simple family, but yeah. So I will upload this family for you, so you can have a play. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay. And yeah, so potentially, actually, I have some idea. So instead of 3, you can probably I'll try this one, but it might not work. Okay, so I'll try 5. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't work. So because although these are nodes, we can potentially use repeat. The middle one's not. Yeah, but I think it can be possible to make it also a parametric, so we can change the number of this. So I will have a look. Okay, I will have a look, see if I can make it possible. But for now, I think this one's all good. And yeah, so that's all. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.